BWOne here from BWOne.com, and we're going to talk about if the Samsung Galaxy S4 is a disappointment. Is it just a 3S, or did Samsung hit it right on the money? And also, find out how to win this Motorola Bluetooth headset. So we've had the weekend to digest all the news, all the information, all the videos, all the hands-on from the Samsung Galaxy S4 event that happened last week in New York City. And one of the things I've noticed across from a lot of people's comments and also from a lot of the tech journalists out there in the media is that there's a common thing that people feel that the Samsung Galaxy S4 is more of just a Samsung Galaxy S3s, sort of similar to how iPhone did the 3G to 3GS and the 4 to the 4S. And I kind of have to disagree with them on this. When the iPhone sort of made the S bump, or so to speak, it was a small spec bump and maybe one little new feature with it, not something sort of major or anything like that. But I think from the 3 to the 4, it's actually a lot different here with Samsung. Being a Samsung Galaxy S3 owner myself, I think there really is a pretty big difference here. We did a comparison between the two of them before, but you can check out that video. But I really want to talk about that here, why I don't think that's just a small spec bump, and I think Samsung's really sort of hit the money here with what they're going to do with the S4. Granted, first and foremost, the look isn't too much different. It isn't too much different from the S3, which isn't bad. They have a look that's winning, and so they might as well just keep that look going, so that's a good idea there. It does feel a lot different than from the S3 to S4 in terms of how it feels in the hand and sort of the overall grip and sort of build quality. I think is a little bit better. But what doesn't make this just a 3S bump for Samsung here is the specs with it. It's coming with a 5-inch full 1080p display, a quad-core octa-core processor option. It's also has a 13 megapixel camera with it, and a host of new sort of software features that are going to be integrated in with it, especially with AirView, S-Voice, with S-Voice, S-Translate, S-Voice Drive actually is what it's called, S-Translate, the dual camera picture modes that are inside the camera, all those sorts of things there, the temperature sensors, the S-Health, S-Band, all these sort of things that are coming with the Samsung Galaxy S4 makes this more than just a small spec bump up. I think this is really, I don't want to say the biggest redesign, the biggest change out there, but it's going to be a noticeable difference between the S3 to the S4. I think once we get review units and people spend a lot more time with it. Also, another thing some people sort of had a problem with, a lot of the tech journalists and media out there seem to kind of complain about Samsung's sort of presentation, sort of this off-Broadway sort of show that they did, presenting all the new features with it, and they thought it was pretty corny and lame, and they just wanted us to hear the specs and just kind of walk out. Now, what I think a lot of people are not understanding here is I think Samsung did a great job of doing what they were doing, because they're not only introducing it to the media, but they're also introducing it to people out there in the world, the basic consumer, the consumer out there that wants to hear about these features and specs and isn't necessarily the most tech savvy and can just kind of look at a tech list and sort of get everything with it. They had a ton of things to announce, so I thought this was the best way to do it. And it was supposed to be a corny and cheesy off-Broadway play. It was supposed to be the way it came off, was supposed to be that way. I'd actually be a lot more worried if Samsung truthfully tried to make a true Broadway play here. It was supposed to be corny as it was, because you kind of remember some of the features based on sort of the corniness they were doing with it. It's an easy way to remember sort of things like the dual view with the camera, the S-Translate, the S-Drive features as well too, and they did a good job of introducing each one of them. Even the AirView as well too. You know, so many features out there. I've forgotten half of them, but like it's sort of hard to remember all of them. But there's so many there, and Display did a good job of highlighting basically the main ones that Samsung wants you to focus on, because you're gonna go back and kind of remember that as the S4 comes out. And I think it's a pretty good way they did this. So I think people are judging a little bit more harshly and not looking at the marketing strategy with it. And I think this has been a very good idea in the way they sort of presented it here. So I want you to share your thoughts on sort of if you think the Galaxy S4 is just a disappointment, it's just a 3S bump, or you really think there's a huge difference, or really a huge difference between the 3 and the 4 as it pertains to what Samsung announced with Samsung Galaxy S4. Also, we're doing another giveaway. These giveaways have been very successful for us, and we glad so many of you are out there participating. The link is in the description to where you can win this Motorola Bluetooth headset. I believe it's the Motorola Elite Silver Bluetooth headset. It works with any Bluetooth device and works well with your smartphone, maybe with your new Galaxy S4, maybe even your Galaxy S3 currently. You can enter right in the link in the description. There's a ton of ways to enter through Punch Tab, so definitely head over there. It's going to be up for about a week starting today, and we'll probably announce the winner a week from today as well. So definitely head over there and enter into our contest to win this win this pretty cool Bluetooth headset. And that's pretty much it. Share your thoughts about the Samsung Galaxy S4, yay or nay. Also enter into the contest, subscribe to our YouTube page here. Check us out on Google+, also all our other social networks as well too. And always remember to live your tech world in high definition.